Check out this cloud. It looks like Perry.
You're right. That's pretty funny. I love trying to find different shapes in the clouds.
There's always something new to see with clouds.
Clouds aren't as predictable as some things we see in the sky. They don't follow much of a pattern.
Yeah, they are often moving in the wind or changing with the weather. Sometimes we don't see any clouds at all. My favorite clouds to look at are storm clouds. Sometimes they're dark gray or even a little green. You can see lightning too.
I hope you're watching the storms from inside, though.
Of course, safety first.
This reminds me of something my family likes to do. On clear nights, we sometimes drive out of the city, so there's not as much artificial light to block us from seeing the stars.
Like headlights and neon signs?
Yep, we set up a telescope to look more closely at different constellations. And sometimes we even see a planet.
A planet? That's pretty sweet.
A constellation is a picture made of stars. It's like a connect the dot puzzle.
I've done those before. So constellations are kind of like the shapes I look for in clouds. They require a little bit of imagination. I guess you can make any picture you wanted by connecting the right stars. I wonder how many there are.
More than we can count for sure. What we can see is just a small part of all the stars in our galaxy. And there are many other galaxies out there in space.
I've seen some pictures from something they call the Hubble Space Telescope. They were pretty cool.
That's definitely worth looking up the next time I'm on the internet. Seeing the stars each night is one pattern I love to observe.
What patterns do we see in the sky? We can see the stars shining every night, and then we don't see them during the day. That's a pattern that repeats.
I know of another pattern, the sun. It rises and sets each day.
And usually at about the same time and in the same direction, even though it changes a little through the seasons.
We see sunrise in the east
and sunset in the west. I feel like we're still missing an important pattern in the sky.
Can you think of another object that we see in the sky? Aha! I've got it. It's the moon.
That's it. The moon is another thing that is changing in the sky. Or at least it looks different from night to night.
The shadows on the moon make it look like it's changing shape.
Each night, we see either a little more or a little less of it lit up.
A lot of the times, we can see the moon during the day as well.
I think the moon is interesting because it seems to change a lot. I wonder if we could predict how the moon will look each night.
Maybe we can make a moon journal to find out more about the pattern.
Good idea. Let's keep track of how the moon looks each night and see if we can figure out how it will look next.
Maybe you can do the same thing to figure out the pattern. See you next time.
See you next time.